Well, hello guys, welcome to my space. We're not upstairs. Welcome to the Iron Life Gym Drini's Fuel Bar. My first time functioning in here and doing a little video for you guys. So, without further ado, I wanted to share a pretty cool recipe with you guys. I don't do these often. I do them every now and then. I'm not really so basically I'm not doing a bodybuilding contest prep, so I'm not really watching my macronutrients that much. But with that being said, I'm very strict still with what I'm eating, of course, even the off season. Of course, there's more food involved. I'm trying to put a little more weight on. But this is not about me. This is for you guys. So this is why, I can't stress enough about, pairing your fitness and your nutrition, and they go hand in hand and they complement each other, So these are very healthy. They pack a punch, man. Like, they're high protein, high energy bites. They'll keep you satisfied full all day. So we're gonna get started. Now this batch, I'm just gonna do like a quick batch, just to show you guys. I'm gonna leave, of course, all the instructions and all the ingredients in the description, and so it's gonna be. I typed everything out, make sure everything was, of course, easy to follow. And this is a simple recipe. This is great. And what's nice about protein bites or protein balls, as you guys know, they're versatile. You can add, subtract ingredients. It's unreal. So I'm going to do Drini's signature series protein bites. So, all right. So now I've done these so much, but like I said, I have all the measurements, of course, like I said, in the description for you guys. So I'm going to roughly get as close as I can. So the idea here is just I'm going to do about 12. So we're going to do vanilla flavored whey isolate. We're going to do half a cup of that. And here's the thing with this kind of recipe. It's awesome. It's quick. It's easy, on the go. Eat them right when they're done, and they are freezer friendly. And what's nice is there's some healthy fats with this if you choose to do some substitutions, so they don't freeze solid in the freezer. The fats actually help them not freeze solid. And a quick tip before I'll show you guys now, that's why I got the gloves on. So handling everything with care here and safety. I'm going to basically rub my gloves with a little bit of coconut oil while I'm rolling the balls out, so it doesn't stick to your hands or your gloves. And with that little extra added fat, like I said, when you put it in the freezer, the fat will help the protein bites from freezing fully. So, all right, so we have the half a cup of the protein powder. Now I'm using wheat-free flours, so they're safe without having to bake with them. So you can do coconut flour, almond flour, and I believe there's one more flour. I can't think of it right now. Oh, what am I doing? See, I do this so much, it just kind of, I eye it up, and then when I start to mix the batter, I just look for the consistency. So half a cup of iso, quarter cup of, I'm doing coconut flour. We're going for some pretty awesome flavors here. We're layering everything. So I'm doing all the dry ingredients first. Now, here's another one. Another dry ingredient. We're going to do the powdered peanut butter. If you wish to do so, you can add natural peanut butter. But like I said, I'm being mindful about the calories. I'm trying to keep this low calorie for you guys. So we're doing the powdered peanut butter. We're going to do a quarter cup of that. No, sorry, that was a half a cup. It was a quarter cup of coconut flour. So there we go. And we're going to do some flavor enhancements. The secret to this recipe. And guys, do not eat this particular recipe, don't eat these at night. That's why. It's not just protein, it's the flavor boost. So I'm going to do 2, and make sure you guys get the espresso instant coffee, because it's fine. It's a lot finer than the actual coffee. So we're doing 2 heaping teaspoons of that. Awesome. I can't wait to try these. It's actually been a minute since I made these. Couple dashes of the good old Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon, excellent health benefits. And 85% dark cacao powder. Now, that's the thing with when I was talking about substitutions and adding, subtracting. I like to put the dark chocolate chips. Didn't have any on hand, so I went with the cacao powder. So, one more. This is a nutrient. This packs a punch. This is so healthy. So, you guys can do either or. I found this the other day. It's sprouted chia and flaxseed powder. You can do either flaxseed, which is phenomenal, or you can do the chia seed. But this is good because of the fiber, the omega-3s, fantastic, really good for you. So, and it's already ground up, which is nice. So I'm going to do 2 heaping teaspoons of this. So it's a little bit different in the instructions. I'm going with kind of what I do usually. So I'm in a small space, so don't mind me shuffling a bit. First time doing this, but I just had to share this video and share this recipe because these are dynamite. All right. So now we're going to do, actually we're going to give this a mix, right? Make sure you mix up all the grind. I mean, everything's going to go together anyways, but I'm making a mess. I brought down a bowl from upstairs, way bigger than I needed, but I figured it was light. Carried most of my ingredients in this bowl. So there we go. Dry ingredients mixed. Now we're going to do, now these are, if you can stomach this, and it's a little extra protein because more protein is better. You can do, let me just move here a little bit more. Sorry, guys. We're going to do, if you don't wish to add this, you can add a little bit of water. We're going to do about 3 tablespoons of the egg whites. And for the sweetener, for the liquid, you guys can do honey or the full flavored maple syrup. So I'm using Steve's sugar-free maple syrup, so I'll make sure you guys are seeing what's going on here. So I'm going to do, I figured I just had enough too. Look at that. I got another bottle upstairs. So that's 2 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup. All right. There we go. Get to open up a new bottle. Oh, and before I forget, you guys could pick any flavor proteins. If you don't have proteins, you can add some rolled oats, some almond flour, the coconut flour. So we're going to do, for a little bit more liquid, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of unsweetened coconut milk. Like I said, this is one of my favorites. You got a lot of the coconut flavor really coming through. You got the peanut butter, you got the cacao, the cinnamon. Then we're going to do, and of course, vanilla from the protein powder and vanilla extract. We're going to do just shy of a teaspoon of that because it's a lot goes a long way, or a little bit goes a long way. So there we are. I'm going to take a spoon. I'm going to mix this and just check the consistency. Like I said, just see if it's too thick. Add a little water. Add a little more coconut milk if you'd like. I can see already I'm going to probably need a little bit more liquid. And for me, because it's muscle building, and low calorie and good for you. I'm going to add a little more liquid egg white. So that's all you got to do. But you'll see as you go along, if it's too wet, dry ingredients, if it's too dry, vice versa, right? So just mix it with a spoon first. Then you check the consistency after. You want it like a cookie dough, essentially. They said these are a nutrition powerhouse. These are, with all the ingredients, nothing bad in here. They're convenient, they're quick. If you're busy, and this is what I tell clients and I want to help people with their nutrition and their health. You know, like you could put them in a airtight container and you can grab a few on the go and put them in a Ziploc. And if you're on your way out the door in the morning, you have a busy morning, these are actually great for breakfast, great in midday. You don't have to do you don't have to add the espresso powder. So actually the consistency will turn out pretty good. You usually have to add a little more. Like I said, it's not a big recipe. I just wanted to show you guys. It's been a while. I had a craving for these, so now we're just gonna do a little bit of. I got the Kirkland's, the Kirkland's organic virgin coconut oil, cold pressed. See, so it melts right away as soon as it's in your gloves. Like I said, it helps with the stickiness, and like I said, it actually adds. It's kind of a bonus. It adds some nice flavor to your protein bites. So the consistency, you want it to look, yeah, we're pretty much golden. I haven't done these in months, but that's what you're looking for right there. So I've got my glass locking container for the freezer with parchment paper on the bottom so they don't stick. So we're just gonna make this into one big ball. Nice. Everything was well mixed. And make them into just about 1-inch balls. Like, I was gonna give the macros for each ball, but you know what? When you roll them out, they're not all exact. So I did an approximate macro breakdown for each protein bite, and then I did the macros for the entire batch. But these are great for the whole family. Like I said, like you put them in the freezer and they don't completely freeze solid. And honestly, guys, I've pulled these out of the freezer and ate them frozen. It's actually, I kind of like the texture. So sometimes I try to keep them even, but. So with everything I just gave you with the measurements, they said try to make them about, well, they're more than maybe they're more than 1-inch balls. They're probably, I say 12, but now I don't just go and eat 3 or 4 of them. You know, like I said, they're packed full of nutrients and healthy fats. If you wish to, swap out, even adding the coconut oil as a healthy fat or adding the natural peanut butter. So here we are. Should make about almost 12. I tend to roll them a bit bigger because I eat about 1 or 2 on the go. Like I said, I will actually eat these, of course, and I'm just making them. But just something I like aside from my meals. I mean, if you're that's what I want to talk to you guys about briefly. If you're too restrictive with your diet, you have to enjoy and have that happy medium. Like, everybody has a different view on that. Like, oh, everyone thinks they aim for like an 80-20. So 80% of the time healthy, 20% of the time eat what they want. I'm more of a 90-10. If I'm trying to be accurate. So 4, 8. Okay, I made these a little larger. Like I said, it should make 12. But I just want to make them quick here for you guys to show you. we got, we have 10. Check these guys out. Look how nice those are. Amazing. So like I said, check out my recipe down below for the instructions, the ingredients. I provide you guys with some substitutions, and I hope you guys enjoy these. And again, if you're putting any caffeine in them, don't eat them at night. You will not go to sleep. All right, guys. Well, I'm glad you guys are down here with me and at my fuel bar. It's looking pretty awesome. So I invite you guys over for a cup of coffee, a protein shake. Working on the menu still. Got some pretty awesome recipes for you guys when you guys come over and enjoy a nice meal. Or sorry, not a meal. When you guys get to enjoy a nice shake. And I have a secret shake that's going on the menu. So stay tuned for that. And again, thanks for watching. I got stuff on me. All right, guys. Have a great night. Stay strong, stay healthy. The Iron Life Way.